Today I've got my W109, that's my 300 SEL 4.5 up on the lift, and I'm going to change the front airbags or air billows. These are rubber billows that fill up with compressed air that give this car the amazing ride that it has. Now, if you recall from past videos, when I got this car, the previous owner drove it up from Seattle when it got here. The front was dropping down faster than he could run the car. So literally, I could hear the front airbags leaking, and I immediately ordered a couple of airbags. Now, you may be thinking, well, why are you going to put airbags on it right now when you've got so much else you need to do to the car? Well, to determine whether or not I want to restore this car, I need to drive it. I need to get it out on the road and feel how the transmission shifts, see how the engine runs. You know, I've got other things I've got to do on the engine. And I can't do that with these airbags shot. But I had the problem of getting it from outside into the shop and up on the lift so I could do this. And literally the car is right down almost on the ground, so you can't drive it. I can't even drive it up the ramp to get in here. So I want to show you what I did. It's a little trick I've used over the years in working with these air suspension W112s and W109s, because a lot of these cars, the original factory emergency blocks, that's correct, these cars came with emergency blocking, so if you had a leak in the air suspension, you could put these blocks in and at least drive it somewhere. You're not going to drive it at high speed, but you can drive it somewhere to get it fixed. I would say that 8 out of 10 times these emergency blocks are long gone and they're very difficult to get. So I created my own little blocks. Now I need to point out, I'm not going to go out on the road and drive with these. You can drive with the original ones because they're much more secure. But these blocks that I'm going to show you that I made very quickly are only for the purpose of moving the car around off the main road. But at least it allowed me to start the car up and drive into the shop without it dragging along the ground. Here you can see just how badly the rubber on this bag has deteriorated. You can see that it's gone right down through to the cord, and it's literally leaking right out the side, like I say, faster than the compressor on the engine can keep it filled up. So this just collapses and you really don't have the ground clearance to drive it anywhere. You look here and you can see these two stops. These are the factory stops with rubber tops that are on this lower swing arm. That keeps the car from bottoming out when you're driving. And the original emergency blocks go on top of that and hit on the top of the subframe. Take a look at what I created as a block. This is 3/4 inch marine grade plywood. You're probably thinking, why can't you use regular plywood, or why can't you just use a block of wood? Well, the first time I did this, I just stuck a couple of 1x2s up in there and they just split. There's a tremendous amount of weight coming down on this. So if you use regular cheap plywood, it's going to collapse. If you use wood, it's going to break. So this is my block of choice, 3/4 inch high quality marine grade plywood. You put right on top that rubber stopper and get it back a ways. And when you lower the car, once you get both of them, there's one on each side, you get these in place, lower the car back down, and you'll have significant ride height to drive the car in and around an area where you plan to restore it. And so now the fun begins. Once again, from this side, just look at how bad this airbag is, and you'll find this on most W109s that have sat for any length of time. It took us just under 3 hours earlier today to change these airbags, and I want to show you once again what they look like out of the car. You can see these were really bad. So now I have new airbags. Soon we'll be able to get this engine running and see how well this air suspension system really works. And for those of you who may be new to my channel, this is not the first video that I've done on this early Mercedes air suspension. I've done a number of them. I will put links in the show more part of the description below that will take you to those other videos. Long live the W109.